everything is in order. But when a stronger than he comes upon him and takes away his weapons, then he can loot his property. That tells you something straight away. That a captive is not as strong as a captor. The captive is always not as strong as the captor. Otherwise, he would have freed himself. And the one who is going to set the captives free must be stronger than the captor. If the deliverer is not as strong as the captor, the captives will not be free. But glory be to God, there is a deliverer who has never lost a battle. There's a deliverer that is stronger than every captor. That is why I decree tonight that in the name that's above every other name, every captive shall be free tonight. Now, there are many times that some people are captives, but they don't realize it. That is why I need to explain briefly the difference between bondage and captivity. When we say someone is in captivity, it's not necessarily follow that is bound. All it means is that he's imprisoned. Whether the prison is a physical one or a spiritual one or at times a social one. But when we say someone is in bondage, it means in addition to being in prison, he's also bound. For example, in Acts 16 from verse 22 to 24, Acts 16 verse 22 to 24, the Bible tells us that after they put Paul and Silas in the innermost part of the prison, which means they were already captive, they still put their feet in stock. In other words, they made doubly sure that they will not escape. There are some prisoners who move freely about in prison, but they are prisoners. Joseph was a successful prisoner, but he was a prisoner. There are some people, because they are rich, because they seem to be doing well, they don't even realize that they are already captives. I mean, there was the case of someone who was asked by people in the same society of darkness. And they asked the lady, when do you want your husband dead? And she said,